Welcome back to the KLT Fitcast. You already know this is the podcast where we ask the hard questions, we answer the hard questions, and we give you tools to implement in your day-to-day life as soon as you stop listening. This is Josh.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I'm Josh, Kate's husband. I've been working in the mental health field for 10 years and bring just my perspective to the things that we chat about.
And I'm Kate, certified personal trainer, nutrition coach, formerly a school board employee. I lost 150 pounds with real lifestyle changes. Hashtag no fad diets. Together, we own and operate a private fitness studio in Peterborough, Ontario called Kate L. Tom's Fit. This is really exciting.
Yeah,
This is podcast number
10.
10. That's double digits.
Yeah, we've done 10 podcasts now. You'd think we'd get good at them eventually.
as you fumble over your words. 10, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And before we started recording, we decided that this is actually going to be a 2-part podcast.
Yeah, I think just breaking things down, we don't want to do like a 2.5 hour long podcast to cover everything. We'll break it into two. Yeah, we'll break it into 2 podcasts and 2 kind of topics that are related.
Totally related, but I think everyone probably manages struggles in different ways.
Yeah.
So our goal is to I don't know if we're maybe changing perspective a little bit or just helping see it through a different lens.
Yeah, and of course, what Kate's talking about as it is the struggles around holidays and the interruption that that can have for our own routine, our lifestyles, our goals, the things that we want. And then the second part to that is, of course, the guilt-driven New Year's resolution, which we'll tackle in the next podcast.
Yeah, so today's podcast is all about December and the holidays. When this podcast airs and posts, it will be within that first week of December.
Second week of December.
Beginning of the second week, true. So with that, I feel like a lot of people will already be struggling.
Yeah, they might be, or it's about to start.
Fair, yeah. So we wanted to make sure we talked about December and how for a lot of people, and we also fell into this category for a long time.
Still do at times.
Yes. But the idea that December is a full stop, full interruption of goals and lifestyle and basically, all of the habits that you've spent
all year.
Yeah, all year, not necessarily everyone, but the last 11 months building to help you live the healthiest life that you can and you should be able to. But then December rolls around and
everything goes out the window.
Yeah.
You throw in the towel. And it really is like looking at this from a person-centered view, it's really challenging because December brings a lot of stress. It brings a lot of, I got to go after work and spend 3 hours shopping, or I've got this event to go to, or I'm visiting with family this weekend,
that can be
or
really stressful. The extra money that you're putting out for everyone else, it feels like.
Or I'm working overtime
to be able to do that.
Yeah. And when that routine, when your routine goes out the window, the things that it often leads to are, well, I'm going to just grab the easy meal. I might go through a drive-through and grab takeout tonight because I just feel like I don't have time to go home and make a meal. Or I'm going to stop going to the gym because that's the first thing that can fall off most people's radar. The things that we do for ourselves are often the things that we throw out the window first. And a big question that I have is, why the hell is it always the things that we do for ourselves that go out the window first? But that's a whole separate conversation. I think it just all kind of builds into this cycle where we start to have real, true, heavy feelings of guilt We feel guilty that we're not doing the things that are good for us. We feel guilty because we're not meeting the needs of the people that are around us. We feel guilty because we maybe haven't been able to get every present that somebody wants. We feel guilty because now we're not feeling great.
Hmm.
And it feeds that negative cycle, that negative loop that we've talked
Hmm.
about,
Which
where
then,
we're eating a whole bunch to eat our feelings.
yeah, like we're guilty. We feel guilty about a boatload of laundry list of things. So we're going to let the things that we do for ourselves go as well, which is only going to reinforce and make the guilt and those negative feelings even more.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is, I feel like that is when December goes to shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just becomes really easy to just fall into that.
Mhm.
It's easier to just, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to eat my face off for a month. I'm going to eat everything in sight, nonstop, constant eating. I'm not, because I'm eating so much. Why am I bothering to go to the gym?
Mhm.
It's not that important. What's more important is whatever other shit that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to touch on the next podcast we're going to be recording, but there's also the mentality of there's always January 1st.
Yeah.
There's always January 1st. It's okay that I feel like shit, I throw in the towel, I forget all of the things that I do for myself and I should be doing for myself. But there's always January 1st.
Yeah. And when we talk about this stuff in that podcast, we're really going to ask the question, does that actually work? If we leave it to January, are we actually going to
Right.
restart everything?
And in fact, you actually have to start further back, right?
Yeah.
Like your goal, but your starting point is even further back.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's next podcast.
Yeah. But what we have is this cycle of binge eating, self-neglect, self-loathing, despair, negative feelings, all reinforcing each other.
Even
And then
comparing the money that your family, one family can spend on Christmas gifts
mhm,
compared to the next family or the big extravagant. And I love watching them and seeing them. It's like the first day of, I don't have kids, but the first day of school, I love watching all the photos. But the first thing you see when you open up your phone on Christmas morning is the various posts of people posting their extravagant Christmas trees and Christmas mornings. It's hard not to compare your Christmas
yeah.
to someone else's.
Yeah. And we've already talked about how comparing yourself, your journey to someone else's is problematic. It's problematic to compare yourself and your Christmas experience to someone
Mhm.
else's. Uh, we have our own lives and we're all individuals, and that's cool and that's okay. And we should also be able to have our own plans, have our own strategies, have our own wellness be
Mhm.
important to us.
Mhm. So thinking about the holidays, like
Mhm.
you said, a lot of holiday gatherings are, well, with family that you might not want to be spending time with, depending. We
Or you
can't
might
help with
love it.
that. Yeah, we can't help with that.
Yeah, and for my family watching this, I cannot wait to see you all. I'm looking forward
Mine
to
too. Mine too. Mine
it.
too. But with that comes a heck of a lot of food. And I know we've talked about it always. Those big social moments, those big social gatherings are filled with copious amounts of food. We are overeating, we are binging, we are also often pumping ourselves full of booze.
Yeah, yeah, we're eating and drinking tons and tons of calories for sure in those gatherings. It's not just the family ones. You might have your work
Right.
function, you might have a friendsmas, you might have, multiple family dinners that you're going to.
Hmm.
You might have, depending on your religious affiliation,
True.
other things going on. So, like, if we average it out, we're probably looking at 6 to 10
Yeah.
meals that you're having with people.
And before we recorded this, we kind of laid out the calendar. So this is just for, I don't know, some people. You have your own traditions, whatever, but you might think December 24th,
Yeah,
December 25th,
yeah,
December 26th,
sure.
um, December 31st.
Yeah.
What am I forgetting?
Yeah, I mean, for us, there's a birthday in December that
Ah,
becomes a big thing.
you might have a birthday to celebrate. Actually, you might have to celebrate it here in studio running a 5K.
You might.
But anyway,
It's all at the point of you listening to this, it'll be less than a week away.
um, oh, now my train of thought's gone.
We were talking
Anyway,
about the days.
yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, 6 to 10 meals, 6 to 10
Events.
events, good way to put it,
Yeah.
that are going to be happening in your December
Yeah.
from a math perspective.
I mean, if you're looking at 6 to 10 events and they represent one meal of the day,
Yeah.
because chances are you're having dinner or a lunch. So realistically, we could say you have around 90 meals in the month of December, and we're talking about 6 to 10 of them. So we're like at 15% of your meals for the month are going to be accounted for these events. No one ever, ever has ever gotten fat from 6 to 10 meals.
But Josh,
Yeah, no, there's no buts about it. It's just straight up facts. If you have ever had a weight issue, I guarantee you that that weight issue didn't happen in 6 to 10 meals. It happened in could be 6 to 10 months, could be 6 to 10 years, but it's sure as shit not going to be 6 to 10 meals over a month.
hell yeah.
And if we're talking about 15% of your diet for a month, you can eat whatever the fuck you want for 15% of your diet and
Yeah.
you can still lose weight and hit your goals.
That's even better than the 80-20 rule that we like to preach. If your
Yeah.
80% of your meals are on point, you can kind of do with what you will for the last 20%. So
Yeah.
if those are the numbers that we are working with, you're still perfectly fine.
Yeah. So my message, and this is how I go about things, for those 6 to 10 meals that you're going to have with friends, family, work, whatever the hell you're going to do, go nuts, have fun, make your memories.
Memories over macros.
It's going to feel good, and don't feel guilty about it. You're not going to get fat in those meals. There's no possible way. You might gain a little bit of weight on the scale in those 6 to 10 meals, but it's not fat. It might be water weight. It might be, because there's a lot of salt in a lot of those meals. Like there's lots of reasons why the scale can go up, but if it went up 2 pounds over 3 or 4 days, I guarantee you can lose that 2 pounds in 3 or 4 days by just returning back to your normal.
Really, I like to say it. You could take a shit and lose 2 pounds.
I don't know if I can, but I don't know what kind of shits you're having. Holy shit.
So,
Literally.
another question that I just thought of right now for you and us to say, eat what you want for those 6 to 10 meals at the gatherings and the events and don't feel guilty. Are there things that people can do
Sure.
to not feel guilty?
Sure. Be kind to yourself would be number one. Like I find I say, and I'm talking about this often with people, we say some of the worst shit imaginable to ourselves. Like we would never allow anyone else to talk to us the way we talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
And yet we do it. And it can be so harmful and so toxic. Why not try and being kind to yourself over this holiday season?
Yeah.
It's stressful enough. Like I already listed, there's so many extra things that we're trying to do over the month of December to, appease everybody else or make other people feel happy. Be kind to yourself and say like, this is kind of my reward. I get to eat like a trash panda at this meal so that I can tolerate being around my in-laws. Oh, well. Not that I have a problem with my in-laws. Sorry, Kathy.
Okay, so yes, be kind to yourself, but also just take a second to, like you said, okay, be kind to yourself, but take a second to think. Does it even make sense for one meal, 6 meals, 10 meals? Does it make sense that that is actually going to fuck up your entire year or your entire month? Like, take a second and just check yourself.
I'm going to ask you this question. How many calories does it take to gain 1 pound of fat?
An excess. of 3,500. That doesn't include your body being alive.
Okay. So an excess of
Yes.
3,500.
Yep.
So just for a second, walk me through how much food
Oh.
you'd have to eat in one meal to consume 3,500 calories of a turkey dinner.
You couldn't. Like, you probably, like, honest to God, you probably couldn't.
You'd
if-
have to have a mountain of potatoes slathered in gravy
in the
to help
entire
you.
pie
Yeah.
for dessert. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we say 3,500 calories to gain a pound of fat, like, there's your 3,500 calories, but your body has been alive, so it's burning calories. If you've moved your body even an inch on the couch,
There's a little bit more.
yeah, that all still counts. So it's not you consuming 3,500 calories in one day, it's you consuming in excess of 3,500 calories a day.
So like, for me, my body roughly burns about 1,800 calories when I'm not active.
Mhm.
When I'm not active. So I'd have to eat 3,500 calories plus 1,800 in order to gain that 1 pound of fat in
That's over
one day.
5,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
But even then, yes, we can throw out these numbers to you. And okay, we say over 5,000 calories for you to gain a pound of fat, but it also still isn't like a perfect art.
No. And also, can you imagine how awful you'd feel
You'd
if you
stop eating
tried,
before.
yeah, if you tried to consume that many calories in one go?
Yeah.
The problem is never eating as much as you can in one meal. The problem is eating as much as you can over a long period of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Nobody got fat in 6 to 10 meals
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. So if we are saying go ham, enjoy yourself for your 6 to 10 meals, what do you do the rest of the time?
Lean into that routine. Do the things that you do every single day anyway. The other 357 days of the year.
Sure. Weird math, but okay.
Sorry. Girl.
The other 11 months of the year.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
There you go.
That's what I meant.
But sure, I also think it's going to help with that guilt and those negative feelings. If you can think about those meals being out of your control, you can think about everything else as being within your control.
Control the controllables.
So if we're controlling the controllables, we're going to do our meal prep. We're going to get to the gym. We're going to be active.
Yep.
We're going to eat our meal prep.
And plan ahead. Like, take the time to plan. And for me, that's a Sunday reset. And a Sunday reset doesn't have to happen on a Sunday. There's nothing about...
Sometimes you do it Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a plan for the week ahead, and it's actually a positive thing. I think it's a good thing.
It's grounding.
Yes, perfect. Yeah. So over the holidays, for me and in our house, that might look like, okay, if it's happening on a Saturday or a Sunday, we're planning ahead for, I'm going to use my birthday week as the week. I know that Tuesday night of my birthday.
Yeah, we're going out.
Yeah, I won't need to meal prep dinner because I'm going to go out and I'm going to enjoy my birthday dinner. Yeah. After boot camp, Tuesdays are my long day here.
Yeah.
After boot camp, I will be going out and celebrating my birthday. So that is in my plan for the week ahead.
Yeah.
The week when I'm doing the Sunday reset.
You're going to just allow yourself to have a kind of not tracked meal.
Yeah.
For that day.
Yep.
Does it mean that magically your work for the last 10 years has gone out the window because you're doing an extra untracked meal? No. Not at all.
No.
But if you are consistently still being active, feeling good about yourself, eating well all the rest of the time, making yourself a priority and doing that self-care, pretty hard to get to the point of falling into that rut of despair and self-loathing and anger and guilt.
At a year that is supposed to be good and happy and positive and
jolly. Like
jolly.
Jolly and jolly, yeah.
Wow, I'm fumbling over my words and you're slaying it over here.
Yeah.
Slay.
Oh my.
EIGH.
I'm sorry for her.
Okay, what's next?
Well, I think we've highlighted control the controllables and we've talked about what that routine means. But I think putting all of that into practice, let's talk about your birthday week. We know you and I are gonna be going out for dinner together on the Tuesday night
If anyone
after
else
you're
wants
done.
to join, you may.
Yeah, just reach out to me so I can add you to the list. Um, but we, yeah, we'll be going out on the Tuesday night for dinner, and it's also there's a run a couple of days before that we're doing
Mhm.
your birthday run.
Will involve cake and pizza. That is how I'm getting people through the door to do a 5K run for my birthday.
Yeah,
It's cake and pizza.
yeah, and it's also heading into the weekend right before Christmas.
Because your girl was born 8 days before Christmas.
Yeah, so likely we're going to be doing something Christmas related on that weekend,
Mhm,
adding another one of those 6 to 10
mhm.
meals in on the weekend or maybe multiple. Walk us through what controlling the rest of the week might look like.
It means hitting my water goal. I have a water goal every single day. That won't change from day to day if we're going out for dinner or we're not going out for dinner.
Yep.
I can control the water that I'm putting into my body.
Mm-hmm.
I can control moving this damn body,
Yep.
be it running outside, running inside, exercising, strength training. I can control all of that.
Yep.
And I can, one, make the time if
Yep.
if a pivot is required for time, or I can work out at the exact same time of day that I do every single day
Yep.
because that's routine and I can control that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if even if it was a day the gym was closed, so I'm going to call it a vacation day for us. The gym is closed, or if someone is off work
Mm-hmm.
for the holidays, whatever, like your office is closed what for the week?
Yeah, it's a bunch of days kind of around Christmas. Yeah.
So someone could completely change their routine for their exercise because of their work being closed, they're on vacation, or you can lean into that routine and recognize if my time to work out 11 months of the year is 5 a.m., I should still go at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Yes, because it's routine. And if that is one thing that you can control amongst what might feel like a chaotic month,
Yeah.
that's going to make you feel good.
Yeah. Also, if you're someone similar to me, you've probably left some of your Christmas shopping till the very end. And if you're off work right before Christmas, coming to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting your workout in, going home and having a shower, you're going to feel so productive. You're going to go shopping earlier,
So
get
true.
out there before the big crowds, and have a better experience shopping than if you sleep in, don't go to the gym,
Mhm.
take 4 hours to get yourself together because you already have just let things slip.
Lug the day away. Yeah.
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 And then while you're shopping, because you probably skipped breakfast, you're going to buy a takeout
Mhm.
meal and feel even worse about yourself.
Yeah.
And your poor body is just going to be unhappy camper.
Yeah. And the other, so like water movement, you said it perfectly. There are 80 other meals over the course of December that can and probably should be status quo,
Now, why not?
normal for you. Yeah. Why not?
Why wouldn't they be? At least you're going to feel better
Mm-hmm.
if you're, you know, caring for your body and
Mm-hmm.
giving it more nutritious foods
Right.
and buying, takeout
Yeah.
burgers or fried chicken or whatever the hell it is that you buy when you're shopping.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so really just controlling the controllables. And I think for each person, their journey is their own, their marathon is their own, their life is their own. So taking the time to actually think, what can I control? We are going to Aunt Patty's house on Christmas Day
Yeah.
for dinner.
Yeah. And we're also going to be having a breakfast that day too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're cooking that.
Yes.
So when you think about controlling the controllables, we can control what we are cooking and putting in front of people. Yes, it will be bacon and eggs and whatever.
Sure it will. Yeah.
but we can't necessarily control the food that someone else is cooking for us.
Mhm.
So that is not something that we can control.
Yeah.
That is a time where it is okay to eat what is in front of you. Don't worry about tracking it in the virtual app that we use. Don't worry about that, because it is one of those things you cannot control. It should not take up all of this space in your head to let those guilty feelings creep in. And don't let it be a reason to be mad at yourself.
Mhm.
There are so many reasons in December to throw in the towel and be pissed off and mad at yourself heading into 2026.
There's also a lot of reasons to just be angry in December because,
True.
you'll get stuck behind a huge line of traffic,
Oh,
line up at the store when you
add in
gotta
the
buy a
hail.
gift.
We had hail on our drive over here. That
Yeah.
that really makes me mad.
Or snow. Yeah, you get
Yeah.
upset with snow. I tend to love it, but
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah. So controlling the controllables for sure. This was one I have a note here. How What about the treats and the leftovers, right? Because there's always, when we talk about copious amounts of food, there are always leftovers and people. This last year at my birthday run, I think we ordered 10 large pizzas. And by the end of the run, we were like, please take an entire pizza home with you, please. Like, there's always leftovers and there are always treats.
Yeah.
What should someone do? What do we do if we are being given these treats to take home because of there are leftovers and everyone is getting it, but tomorrow is a day that we can control?
Mhm.
Here we go. I have all of this crap in my hand to take home, but tomorrow is a day that I can control fully.
I would probably decline the leftovers.
Exactly. Just say no. You don't have to take leftovers. And if your family truly is pushing it on you, if you are being forced out the door with this, guess what? There's a fucking garbage can that you'll probably pass on the way home.
Mhm.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But it
Another thing,
but
sorry.
but what happens, you have that guilty feeling, that immediate thought when you're like, "Yeah, but there's starving people that need food." You're not By you eating that food, you're not doing them favors and you're not doing yourself any favors. The only thing you're doing is appeasing some weird sense of, well, there's starving people, so I should just eat as much as I possibly can. That makes no fucking
That
sense at
really
all.
doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Another layer to that is you can decline and say no. You could toss it in the garbage can. But how about a quick little fraction of a conversation with whoever is trying to push them on you, right? Like, we talk about a lot of people needing to have conversations with their families about their goals to explain why someone might be eating a different meal or might be getting up really early to go to the gym and all of that kind of thing. How about having a conversation? It could be kind of awkward depending on who it is,
Mhm.
but with that person saying, you know what? I'm actually not going to take that. Whatever. It's not a part of my goals. It's not aligning with my goals.
And a really good way to think about this is, if you were allergic to something,
Yeah.
and let's just throw like something that you hate out there, onions. Let's say you're allergic to onions. You would have no problem telling your family, hey, I'm allergic to
Mhm.
onions. I can't have that.
Mhm.
And they would have no problem saying, sure, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Zero offense would ever be taken.
It should be no different to be able to say, yeah, I've been struggling with my weight and I'm trying to lose some weight. And I'm actually feeling a lot better about myself lately.
I would be really tempted by these if they were in
Yeah.
my house.
So can Johnny Joe
Take my portion.
take my portion?
Johnny Joe.
I don't know.
That's funny though. You have a
I-
John and a Joe.
I know. And they'd be super happy to take the portions.
Uncle John, Uncle Joe, it's coming for you.
Yeah, you're getting all my extra portions. No, you're not.
Yeah, and I really like the idea of accepting holidays are going to come every single year. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
We are in our upper 30s,
No, we're not.
and
I'm
this
29. Don't let her tell you.
the holidays have happened every single year since we have been alive.
Yep.
And they're going to continue to happen until we
And we've already talked about how problematic the concept of good times being related to having these huge meals is for us.
Mhm.
That it creates that association of, yeah, I love being around my family. We have a great time, laugh a lot. So those are good feelings, with I have good feelings when I eat a ton of food. Those are two separate things. You don't necessarily have to have good feelings every time you eat a lot of food.
Mhm. Mhm.
You could actually feel, and probably do afterwards, feel really bad about having a lot of food.
Mhm. Mhm.
You can go and enjoy having family time, sharing those laughs, having a great time, and also eat normal sized portions and not overfill yourself.
Right.
And I'm going to take it a step further. If you're like, we're looking at food as an addiction in a lot of the stuff that we talk about, but if you're struggling with like something like alcohol use, the same can be true. You don't have to have alcohol to have a great time.
Mhm. Mhm. You don't have to have food
To have a great time.
yeah. Yeah. So back to what I was saying about
Sorry about that. I
holidays.
went on a tangent.
Wow. Um, they happen every single year. And if you have and are finally accepting that your fat loss, weight loss, transformation, your health and wellness journey, if you've accepted that it's a marathon and not a sprint,
Mhm.
you're going to have a hell of a lot of years of holidays. You might as well learn to navigate them with positivity and habits that leave you feeling good, because they're going to keep friggin' happening. And eventually, you can look back on, not saying that it's going to necessarily be this year specifically, but you'll eventually look back and be like, oh, remember how stressed out, how negative, how poorly I thought about the holidays in December. And look at me now.
Mhm.
I can do this. I can navigate the whole month of December and feel really good about it. It doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah. By introducing a little bit of optimism into the program here,
Mhm.
what you can also do is start introducing kindness to yourself.
Mhm.
So it stops being this negative cycle and reinforcing itself over and over and over again to, yeah, I did eat two turkey legs, some ham, some roast beef, cup and a half of potatoes, all the
I
vegetables,
was gonna say,
and
but
three
those
slices of
things,
pie.
yeah, those things that you're labeling are actually not,
They're not horrible.
they're not terrible from a
No,
macro
it's just the
perspective.
portion size. Like, I
Exactly.
increase my portion
Sure.
sizes when I'm eating with family,
Yeah.
and I'll admit that when it comes to holidays, I look forward to having the big
Yeah.
meals.
Yeah.
I also know that I'm going to gain a couple of pounds through that, but it's not fat.
Right. Right. So I think learning to navigate the holidays in a positive way can really become like fucking freeing.
Yep.
Like you are like, that is a huge pivotal point on your journey where you can have freedom from December.
Yeah.
The idea around December, and then that is also going to spill over freedom from the dreaded January 1st guilt
Mhm.
that we're going to talk about next week. It's it's a really freeing and eye-opening and pivotal point on your journey, is to be able to navigate them and recognize I won't get fat in December
Mm.
because that is scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
I can't get fat from having a work Christmas party and family Christmas and family brunch 10 times in December. I can't get fat.
Yeah. The problem also would come is if you had December 12 months of the year.
Right.
If you were doing this all the time, it might be a little bit problematic.
Hmm.
But even then, if those are all of your meals that you're kind of going without a lot of thought, still only 15% of your meals in a month, it's not really going to hurt you that much.
Hmm.
If you're doing all the other things, if you're being active, if you're following your plan, doing your meal preps and eating consciously the rest of the time, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to gain weight. You could eat whatever the hell you want for those 10 meals in a
Yep,
month.
for sure.
You're not going to hurt yourself.
And hanging on to that routine is going to serve you really, really, really great purposes in December, especially when
Yeah.
things are feeling so busy and so chaotic to finish out 2025. Lean into those habits and the routine that you've built and just make it happen. Like force yourself to get out of bed and get the workout in because it's going to help you in every other aspect of your life.
Yeah. And this might have been helpful for me to say early in our conversation, but the math that I'm doing is if you take the average 3 meals a day,
Mhm.
typically for most people, times that by 31 days in December. So you're at 93 meals
That was
approximately.
fast math. Wow.
You're at 93 meals approximately in the month of December, and we're talking about 10 of them.
Think about that for a second. Just think about that.
Like, it's a pretty
You're doing
small
all
amount.
right.
Chances are when you're going for those big meals, you're going to skip one of the meals in the day anyway,
True.
or
Yeah.
just have a light snack.
Mhm.
Like that's generally what most people do because they're like, I actually want to be really hungry so I can eat a ton of food at this meal.
Right. I was just going to say maybe we should wrap now, but you saying that just reminded me of another thing. Are there things that people can do on a day? Like I know that we've said like water goals and blah, 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 blah. But could someone just lean heavily into protein,
Hmm.
veggies,
Yeah.
fruit
Yeah.
during a day leading up to a
A
family gathering for
big family
sure?
meal. Absolutely.
What we wouldn't recommend is for you to show up to one of those meals having eaten nothing
Oh man, the amount
all
of people
day.
that probably do that.
Right. Because they think that they're doing themselves a favor by starving themselves all day to save for a big meal, when really, if that's the case, you're going to eat so much more and truthfully engorge yourself because you are starving past the point of like being mindful.
And you're probably arriving feeling pretty grumpy and shitty if you
Yes.
haven't eaten all day.
It's a sucky
And
way for your family to have to receive you.
yeah, and no wonder why you think about these family things or going to a work party or going out with your friends for a meal and you're like, yeah, I fucking hate this shit. I don't
Mhm,
want to be
mhm.
social.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder why you've made it so unpleasant.
Yeah. So definitely don't ever starve yourself on purpose to show up to one of these, but you can be mindful and thoughtful. Lean into lean protein. Have a protein shake that morning for sure.
Yeah.
Some lean protein, fruits, vegetables. I don't know, like oats. Like there
Yeah.
are things you can
Yogurt.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily going to fill you up so much that you're not going to eat because it would look funny if you chose not to eat at that gathering,
Yep.
but don't show up starving and ravenous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just go and be yourself
Yeah.
and have, you know, if you typically have something for breakfast and something for lunch, have what you would typically have.
Have the breakfast, have
So,
the lunch.
For Kate, that might be like overnight oats. And for lunch, you have like berries and shit and
I
like
mean, there's
adult
yogurt
Lunchables.
and cereal involved in that too, but okay,
Yeah.
berries and shit.
Berries and shit.
Whatever.
Literally berries and shit. But for me, like it would be I have what I call an adult lunchable. I have some like either ham or turkey deli meat and some cheese and some crackers for lunch.
And toast with peanut butter in the morning.
Yeah, or cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And my glass of chocolate milk that I have almost every day.
Yeah.
Like I would still eat all of that and then go to this whatever event I'm going to go to and have a full meal or more than a full meal
Yeah.
and enjoy myself.
And you can control a large part of that day.
Yeah.
You can even control the portions at said gathering. You
Yeah.
don't have to, but you could.
If you still have breakfast and lunch, you're still and your dinner is the thing that's off. It's only 33% of your day.
And you're still allowed to have dinner.
Yeah.
You're still allowed to have 3 meals a day.
Plus snacks. You should be having snacks in between
Yeah.
meals as well. Like
Yeah.
our bodies are meant to be digesting food almost constantly.
Yeah. So I think we've listed a lot of tools and takeaways for people in an effort to help them navigate the holidays, like leaning into routine, figuring out what you can control, and being kind and optimistic with yourself and with your thoughts.
Mhm.
And if you find yourself leaning into that negativity,
Yeah.
just, I mean, recognize that you're doing that.
Yeah, I think what we've talked about, and this is something, if what I am going to say sounds like what happens to you during December, then this podcast, maybe listen to it again because we've been talking a lot about you
And
and
we'd
what
love
to
the
do.
views. We'd love
Yeah. But sure, yeah, let's do it twice, we get extra views. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you're somebody that in December, you always find that you get some sort of illness or you start feeling run down or you end up feeling really bad about yourself, you want to isolate, Christmas is something that you just dread. All of those things, if you that sounds anything like you at any point, chances are it's because either you super restrict yourself a lot outside of those giant meals, or you're eating a lot of food that you wouldn't normally eat more than just those normal meals. And it's shocking your body.
Mhm.
It's your body's not getting what it needs or what it's used to, and it's throwing everything out of whack. Keep doing the things that have made you successful all year, and you're going to continue to be successful even when you add in all the other stresses.
And don't be alarmed and scared if, or just don't go on the scale the next morning. But if you
Mhm.
do, don't be alarmed when it's up. It is water weight, sodium, poop.
Yeah, it might just be full of shit.
And it will come off. It does not mean that you've gained fat. It does not work like that. It doesn't happen overnight. We didn't get here overnight.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest takeaway that we can give to people heading into the holiday season
Mhm.
is to just fucking enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Make the memories. Don't have macros and your nutrition plan guilting you into being mad and pissed off at yourself or me.
And giving up, like throwing
Yeah,
in the towel and saying, yeah, I'm going to worry about that in the future,
right.
which we're going to talk about next week. But it's a very real thing where we hit, usually it's mid-November, people will hit that wall and be like, yeah, this is a lot of work. Fuck this shit. I'm going to wait until January
Mhm.
and throw in the towel for
It
the
gives
month of
it gives them a
December.
reason to be mad.
Yeah. And then all of those awful things that I talked about happen. And by the time January rolls around, the furthest thing from your mind is getting things back on track, which we're going to talk about next.
Yeah. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Recognize that the holiday meals and holidays are going to happen and it's okay. You're not going to undo the progress that you've made and you're not going to get
Fat.
in 6 to 10 meals,
You're not. Not
right?
at all. No. Go have that extra slice of pizza or that piece of pie or the
Pizza, I thought
sweets.
we were talking turkey.
Well,
I'm
we
kidding, I'm
were,
joking,
but
I'm joking.
I mean, like
Pizza
work
is
stuff
way
is
better.
usually around pizza.
Way better.
Yeah. Obviously, we're going to have to take you for pizza for your birthday.
We'll have pizza 2 days before that at the run.
Well,
Double
is
pizza.
there too much pizza? Is there
No,
such a
no,
thing?
pizza never disappoints.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, the biggest takeaway is to enjoy yourselves this holiday season because you deserve it. You would deserve to be able to have positive feelings, be kind to yourselves, feel optimistic heading into 2026. You don't have to throw in the towel in December because of the holidays.
Not at all. You can keep being successful. You can keep having all of the good stuff happening, and you can enjoy your time and those 6 to 10 events.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching, listening. We love all of the subscriptions and reviews.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Maybe in episode 11 we'll get
We'll
better at
figure
that.
that out.
Yeah. But we appreciate all the feedback. We appreciate all of the likes and the comments. We appreciate you guys being a part of our little community that we have here, and we're heading into 2026 really freaking soon.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.